Hello, 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 beloveds, and happy Monday, happy magic making Monday. I am so excited to share some insight and information with you this week and tuning in and turning on. And I have a big confession to make. I want to share some insight and information with you of how to really align with the magic of what this amazing experience of life we get to have. So my confession is a little bit of magic and a little bit of miracle. So get ready for some amazing energy this week. Again, this is the opening of the veil, the thinning. We'll start to see energy around talking to our ancestors, talking to our spirit guides, talking to those who are on the other side. We'll start to receive a lot of our own divine inspiration and some divine downloads. Dreams will be big and grand. As the veil thins, the divine wisdom comes in. And with that said, I want to share with you a deep confession that I have. So I've always had two different sides of myself. Hi, beloveds. Thanks so much for tuning in. Jonathan, thanks so much. So I am very spiritual, highly spiritual. Hi, Sam. Thanks so much for tuning in. And that is, again, not just a part of what I do, it is a part of my life. And so I am a huge, huge student and teacher of A Course in Miracles. And on the other side of that, I am a big bruja. I am a huge bruja, so that is my confession. As you know, I spent years as tarot life coach doing tarot readings and hi Balsava, and doing tarot for people all around the world using this tarot deck. Hi Peter, thanks so much for tuning in. And so I never thought that using tarot would be a part of my life as I started to, really dive deep into A Course in Miracles. But let me explain to you this. To me, A Course in Miracles is intuitive intelligence. It is that inner teacher, that inner voice that guides you to your highest and best good. And the thing about that is most of us don't realize that the only way that we can access that inner magic, that inner energy, is when we fully love ourselves. And A Course in Miracles teaches us how to truly love ourselves. And when we truly love ourselves, then that's when our magic happens. Our magic can't happen if we're suffering, if we're broke, if we're feeling, sad and mad and angry and upset. We can't produce magic from then. Otherwise, we're just lighting candles and going through the motions. But true magic comes when you truly love yourself and when you love your life and love what you're doing and experiencing life in that true way. And that's why I love using both my cards and the course because they also are both self-directed tools. Again, I get to be the student and teacher of how I perceive this and how this tool supports me, as well as how this tool supports me. But I know that this tool supports me and gives me 365 lessons in which to do so, very much so like an initiate in the Egyptian days did. They didn't just become initiates overnight. In fact, no, they had to go through a year or two period where they had to go through the trenches. And to me, the intuitive intelligence that comes from A Course in Miracles is that inner teacher, that inner guru, that inner guide. And so I want to share with you two different things that I'm doing. So I have Brown Girls Who Tarot, that's my tarot community, where I also share my Bruja insights. But then I also have here Tanya Gonzalez, where I'm spiritual counselor. But I want you to know I do both. I do both. And don't be concerned about her, Sam. Pray for her, just pray for her and know her highest and best good. Don't be worried. Don't put that energy on her. Don't be worried about her doing any relapse. Pray for her not to relapse. Pray for her highest good. Pray for her to know her divine truth. Pray that she knows the good of herself so much that she won't ever think about going back to rehab. You feel me? So often we get caught up in worrying. There's no need to worry. Hi, Gina. Thanks so much for tuning in. And so again, that's what A Course in Miracles teaches us, that we don't have to be afraid. We don't have to be worried. All we need to be is at peace and in happiness. And when we're truly in our happiness, then guess what? Everything around us is too. So I have two things I want to share with you. First of all, some freebies that I have coming up for you, including every Saturday, my free spiritual study group, Shift That. Again, it is inspired, inspired by A Course in Miracles. And it's every Saturday morning at 9:30. But I also want to share with you some of the other good things that I'll be doing, that I have been doing. So I have a YouTube channel, and if you go there, you can see some of my Around the World with Tarot episodes, as well as some of my Everyday Brujeria. And Everyday Brujeria is really, again, no, don't worry. Don't even think about worrying. Just say, you know what, I never want to think that thought again. I just want to see her in divine and perfect health and wholeness. Boom, right? Don't even let worry be just free from your mind. Don't ever even think it anymore. Do you hear that bird? The bird said yes, okay? So we must allow ourselves to get at a higher vibration so we can do what we're meant to do in the world. And so it is so important for us to recognize that we can't do it alone, because if we are, again, in our mind, you know, afraid and disappointed and jealous or guilty, then we cannot do our highest and best good for anyone. And so we must learn to heal the healer as well. We must all recognize that we are all healers, and that as we start to heal ourselves, then we can start to heal others. And that, again, is exactly what A Course in Miracles teaches. And so being a Bruja and being a student and teacher of A Course of Miracles is my confession, because I only speak the truth, and that is what I am here for. I am here to only do what I am meant to do, and tarot and, you know, witchery is what I love to do. And so I have two ways that you can get support by me. You can either join my School of Witchery, or you can get spiritual counseling, or you can get a tuned in tarot reading. I have all kinds of goodies available right now for the season of the Bruja, I call it. This is, again, when the veil is the thinnest. And one other thing I want to leave with you about why I feel it's so important that if we are healers, if we are, you know, spiritual teachers, then A Course in Miracles is a way that you can really allow yourself to elevate yourself to the next level of understanding, because it does take courage to be a healer and get healing. And again, because it's self-directed, it allows you to take it at the pace that you need it, but it allows you to stay connected with it. I carried the book around for years before I really started to bring it into my life. And so I'm sharing it with you because I know when we start to heal ourselves to the deepest core of our beingness, if we see ourselves as these initiates, if we are willing to take the step towards healing ourselves, mind, body, and spirit, then we are magic. Then we are creating magic out there in the world, whether you're a singer, an artist, a writer, a psychic, a healer, a spiritual teacher, a kung fu master, a teacher in the schools, a yoga master, whatever you are is where your magic is. Even Paulo Coelho in The Alchemist, where is your treasure? You know, where is in your heart is where you'll find your treasure. That means that's where you'll come extending it out. And so I'm extending to you, beloved, the invitation. I will be hosting very soon. I'll be putting up the sign up for the 7 days of forgiveness. And the 7 days of forgiveness is where I'm going to support you with 7 days of forgiveness. It is free, and you can sign up on my Instagram, Tanya R. Gonzalez. And it is going to be, again, a healing 7 days. So I'm inviting you to be courageous, to say yes to yourself and get some healing. Take a peek at all my offerings right now. And if you are ready for healing, there is no way that you cannot get it. Be open to receive it, beloveds. Just be open to receive your healing today. I send you so much love. And today's lesson is, where darkness was, I look upon with light. Blessed be, beloveds. Until next time, peace and blessings. Happy Monday. Make some magic.